Hey, how's it going? My name is Kevin and I am the helpful hero, here to help you leverage the awesome power that is HubSpot. One of the coolest features of the HubSpot CMS, in my humble opinion, is the A/B testing feature. And so if you, like me, are always looking to optimize certain pages so that you can gather more customer leads or prospects, or at the end of the day, increase sales for your business, well then this video is made specifically for you. I'm gonna walk you through how to create an A/B test successfully, and then I'm gonna show you an A/B test that I have running for one of my very own lead magnets so you can start to understand the data that you're gonna be able to access as part of this very cool feature. First things first, before we jump into any of this, the most important thing to think about when setting up an A/B test is creating a page that has one key action that you want someone to do, meaning you want them to click a button or call to action or fill out a form. As much as you possibly can, you want to direct a visitor that is going to your website or this very page to do that one very thing, not having a bunch of little things that they could potentially do, because it's gonna muddy the water. So I just wanna put that out first and foremost. Now let's go ahead and jump into HubSpot and let me show you how to set one of these up. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a landing page. In most cases, a really good A/B test is going to work for a lead generation page. And typically this is gonna be a landing page, and that's what we're gonna use here. So we'll just do A/B demo, create this page. Now, if you're utilizing the Clean Pro theme, I have a series of landing pages which are very much designed to help in this process. So I'm just gonna type in LP right here, and let's just grab number 4. What you wanna do as you're starting to build out your landing page is to decide what it is that you want to test. And a really good way to think about this is you can test one really big thing or one really small thing. What you want to avoid is making a bunch of little changes so that you don't really have any sort of indication of what actually is making the difference of why the A page is performing better than the B page. So what you want to do as you're starting to set up this page, again, is first, what we're going to do is we're going to define our one key action. In this example, we're just going to add a form. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, let's just add a form. Sure, clean updates and apply changes. And now we have this very simple form that we're driving someone who's visiting this page to do. Now, as I scroll down this page, we have some more content. This is just example content. It doesn't really matter. You would, of course, add in your own sort of content if you choose to have that on your landing page. And then as we get to the bottom here, we have this other call to action. Now, in this case, we wouldn't want this second action. We want them to fill out a form. So I can do one of two things. One, I can just go ahead and remove this and then maybe come down here and add that same form. So there are two opportunities for the visitor of the page to actually achieve what we want them to achieve, which is filling out the form. Or I could have just removed this altogether. Generally speaking, it's always a good idea if you have a longer page that requires a scroll to have a key action at the top and have a key action at the bottom so it's not easily missed by anyone visiting the website. So in this case, let's just say this looks good. We have our form, we have some content related to whatever we're asking someone to do or adding some level of value of what they might receive. And we'll just say this is a great A version of this test. So we'd come in here, let's just do a title, A/B demo. We'll put demo right here. And then the first step is just simply publishing the page. And by publishing the page, this is what's going to actually open up the ability to create the B version of the page. So right here, we can see we have that page published. And now if we go here under the More tab, we can create an A/B version. So we can put A/B version variation. You can name this B test, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. So we're gonna go ahead and create that page. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna give you an exact replica of the page that you just created. Now, a moment ago, I said the way to craft a successful A/B test is to either create one big change or one small change. In this example, let's just go for one big change. So in our A version, we're gonna have basically all of this content. And in our B version, let's just go ahead and say, let's keep it simple and only have this video here with this call to action to fill out the form. Meaning, let's remove this, this, and this. And then for good measure, let's just clean up these sections so this page is not ugly. And then we're gonna come in here to this and let's just make sure that it is full screen. So if someone lands on this page, they're gonna see the video and the form straight away. And this will be our B test. So we're gonna go ahead and publish this page, publish now, and it's literally that simple. Now you have your A version and your B version and you can start sending traffic to it. Now, to get the most successful data out of a good A/B test, you want a significant amount of traffic. So if your website already has a lot of traffic, it might be good to add a call to action that's gonna direct a person to this very page. Or if you're not opposed to spending some amount of ad money in order to drive more traffic to this page, the more we have, the better and more, and the better and quicker we're gonna be able to get to some level of statistical significance. Say that 10 times real fast, so that you know which page is actually performing better. Now, like I said, let's go ahead and look at the data of a landing page and or a lead magnet, my brand canvas, so you can see how this is gonna actually work once you have data compiled over time. So if we look at my brand canvas, we can come over here and first, let's just go ahead and look at all data so we can actually see something significant. So right down here in HubSpot, what we're looking at is all variations. And so the cool thing that we can do is we can come down here and we can look at the main variation and then see how many page views versus the number of form submissions and bounce rate versus the B version, where we're gonna see the number of page views, submissions, bounce rates, etc. Now, the cool thing about HubSpot is they automatically split this traffic for you so that you can get access to this data and see which one is working best. Now, once you've determined, okay, my B version actually has a lower bounce rate, it's creating more customers and or contacts, we wanna go ahead and make this version the winner. What you would do is you would come to all variations, come back to test results, and you can come right down here and see a side-by-side comparison of the two tests running simultaneously, and then simply choose a winner. So in this case, if I were to choose a winner, I would choose my B version, which is a much more simplified version of the page. Because, well, one, it's actually creating a higher contact to customer rates and a lower bounce rate. And that's exactly what we want. And so I hope this really quick tutorial and high level overview of the A/B testing feature within HubSpot helps you start running some tests on key pages so that you can continue to refine and optimize your website and your landing pages on your website. And using, hopefully, the Clean Pro theme, I've made this super easy to allow you to actually do this and create really compelling and awesome tests, because an optimized page is what's going to allow both of us to grow our businesses and be more successful over time. And with that, I'm out. I hope this video helped. I will see you next week in another video tutorial. Later.